Last week my parents came to visit me, and it got me thinking about a lot of philosophical shit that I probably shouldn't even be worrying about, like death and life and the economical and political state of the world. I live in Brooklyn, New York, and my parents live about 2,000 miles away in LA. The moment I turned 18, I moved out on my own, and I've been supporting myself ever since. I don't have any siblings, and I've always been pretty close with my parents. So when I moved away, they took it pretty hard, and so did I. But I was like too busy trying to survive and doing my own thing. So it really didn't affect me as much as it affected them. But my dad took it really hard. He ended up falling into like a deep depression, and he tried not to show it to me when we talked, but my dad's someone who wears his emotions on his sleeve, and I can kind of tell that he was going through it. I never really got it, but when I was finally able to empathize, I felt so bad. Imagine spending the last 18 years feeding, loving, supporting, pouring everything you possibly had for this like little fucking brat, and then one day they decide to leave you, and now you only see them 3 times a year, if you're lucky. Fuck. And the more that I think about it, the more guilty I feel. My Bobs is not getting any younger, and he's getting up there. Am I tripping for leaving him during this time in my life? My grandfather had a life-changing stroke around the same age my dad is right now. What if that shit happened to him, bro? I mean, this is getting dark, but I have fucking panic attacks at night at the thought of possibly waking up to the call that my dad's in the hospital. But on the flip side, if I didn't leave them, I wouldn't be where I'm at, making money and a career for myself, so that one day I might be able to like spoil them and support them. Me and my dad have this inside joke that one day I'm gonna buy him a Corvette. And we say it like as a joke, but like I know my dad wants a Corvette, obviously, and I want to buy him one. And if I stay on this path, one day I will be able to. But if I didn't leave him, then that would never really be possible. At least in the time frame that he could enjoy it. Maybe I fucking get a bunch of money when he's 70, but he's not busting around a Corvette in his 70s. I want him to be driving that shit in his 50s. So I've been split on that for a while, and I still don't really know how to feel about it. But that's at the beginning of the week. Then fast forward to the end of this week, and I'm talking to my girl about like losing friends, right? I've now been living in New York for about 2 years, and I've completely started a new life by accident. And that comes with coming to terms with the fact that I pretty much lost contact with every close friend I've previously made in my entire life. And I was talking to her about how I felt so sad because I felt like I lost everyone. And she said something super blunt that put kind of things into perspective for me. She was like, you know, you can let people leave your life while acknowledging and appreciating the experiences you gave one another. You're not gonna have the same friends for your entire life. Your life will never be the same that it is right now. Son, that shit blew my mind. And as obvious as it might be to some people, like you cool people out there, to me, my mind was exploding. What do you mean that everyone in my life right now won't be as prominent in my life in a few years? And not only is that normal, but she was saying that shit like it was a good thing. I thought about the times that I've been the happiest in the last 2 years. I will never get those days back. And I'm one of those people that's so into my fucking head that I can't just enjoy the moment I'm in. Times where I'm supposed to have been the happiest I've ever been in my entire life, right? I can't enjoy it because I'm so in my head overly analyzing everything that's going on in the moment. And I felt stupid because I've been robbing myself of all these experiences that I could have been fully immersed in. I will never get those days back. And that shit terrified me. And the more I thought about it, the more sad it made me. But it also made life feel a little more exciting, if that makes sense. Like right now, I'm in a place in my life where I get to see my friends every day and make things with them. That is my job. That is what I do. I make money from it, and it's great. But there's gonna come a day where that's gonna end, and I'll have to move on to something else. And that's okay. And maybe it's better, or maybe it's worse. But I still will have all the experiences that I've had. I can't forget them from my brain. It's time that I can never get back. But that makes them feel a little more special, you know? And again, I know, right? Crazy concept. But for me, this is big growth, okay? So you need to stick with me, okay? This is big moments. These are big epiphanies we're having. There's also a kind of comfort in the fact that no second's gonna be the same. Because like there's a lot of shitty moments in life too. Like for example, I stepped in shit on the subway today. Bad moment. I felt super sad and kind of violated. But that I thought, yo, life, this moment isn't gonna last forever. This moment with shit on my shoe on the L is not gonna last forever. And that made me feel better because I knew that this too shall pass. And as silly as like the shoe analogy is, everything in life is just a fleeting moment, bro. And now I feel like I'm fucking not making any sense or being really pretentious. I don't know, dude. Life is gonna happen regardless. You might as well appreciate it. I might as well appreciate it. I don't know why I'm talking to you like I'm some self-help guru. This is just something I came across. And maybe I'll never make a video like this again. Maybe this video never comes out. But if it does, just know, dude, that I had a crazy philosophical week in my brain. And this probably seems like some pretty surface level shit to most people. But to me, dude, I cured cancer this week.